Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Pentaforce Tournament. Um, is it Tetrally who's co-commentating with me?
Indeed, this is Tetrally. Welcome.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. A little bit hot, but that's what this nice air conditioner next to me is for. It's definitely keeping me cool.
Right
Um,
on.
and speaking of cool, it seems like we have a great match ahead of us this afternoon.
Who do we got?
Believe it's Amazing Toaster and Imasock.
Definitely no strangers to Zelda 1 Randomizer.
No, neither of them. I didn't look up ahead of time what their record were, but I imagine they're probably in the 3-1 bracket, if I had to take a guess. Somebody in chat might know. But at any rate, it's going to be a great race. Amazing Toaster, I've played with sometimes during the nightly races. I haven't been involved with them as much recently, but he used to be one of those folks that you really needed to look out for seeing an early dot done from.
Yep, I'm no stranger to lurking in Toaster's stream.
Yeah, and this is going to be the fifth race in the Swiss round for both of them. After this point, starting next week, we're going to be going into the bracket round. And I've been hearing quite a lot about the bracket flags. But as far as today's race, they're going to be trying to get 5 Triforce pieces as quickly as possible because all 5 of them are all you need to enter level 9, not the usual 8.
Yes, and in addition, the important items such as the bow, silver arrows, recorder, power bracelet, those are available in level 9 too. So 5 Triforces in and you still need a go mode item or two, you might want to gamble at the items in level 9.
Mm-hmm. And you do run into some double dip issues as well sometimes, I've noticed. There's even one race, I think it was one of Lori's races, where they had to double dip level 8 because of the dependencies of all the items, which I found really interesting. So I'm still having a little bit of trouble loading the comment or the screen.
Yeah, me too. I don't think it's... Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
there you go.
Perfect.
Okay.
And it looks like we are a little bit of a late start, as Imasock already has the recorder. I'm guessing that must have been the Armos item.
Indeed, and Amazing Toasters found the Any Roads, it looks like. I didn't quite see where they were going. Oh, we're being told in chat this is all OPT Lawyer's fault. It's okay, we love you anyway.
It's always a lawyer's fault somewhere.
But who are we going to get to sue for wrongful damages? Anyway, it looks like Imasock is entering level 8. And Amazing Toaster is going to be finding his recorder, then promptly getting mauled to death by Armo statues.
Yep, level 8's a pretty good level to find, just not quite this early on. There's 2 items in there, so I'm sure Imasock will mark that down for later, but he's going to continue looking for a wood sword as he finds his first Takeny cave and grabs a blue candle.
Nice. It's always nice when you can get a blue candle early on in a match, because then you don't have to backtrack in order to get those burn bushes. Looks like we have early paper too.
Ooh, 30 rupees for a pack of bombs, though, in vanilla level 3.
Yeah, that's definitely on the pricier side. Well, be interesting to see if that comes into play later, but without either of them having any bombs, it'll be interesting to see where they can pick some up. Sometimes you can get some as a room drop in a level, or you might have to buy their first pack. You never know.
Yep, and Imasock found a sword. It's just the wrong sword. He needs at least 10 hearts to pick up that magical sword.
Yeah, he's gonna have to start with the wooden sword, most likely. Toaster found level 4, but is choosing not to explore. Probably a wise move given he doesn't have the sword and the start screen is right nearby. I didn't realize until just now the start screen is in the lower left corner.
Yep. It's not the best location in terms of start screens.
Yeah, but later in the seed, once he's a little bit more equipped, he can just easily go back into that lower corner to handle level 4. Meanwhile, it looks like Imasock is on his last half a heart going towards the forest area.
Yep, and apparently Imasock found a large secret at, is it 108 rupees?
Yeah, that's a decent size. Not the biggest, but not a small money seed either.
Toaster doing a little pirouette, seeing if that bomb hole opens up to the north, but no go.
All right, Toaster's going to pick up a candle from a Take Any near start, or at least near vanilla start. So he'll be able to now not have to worry about not having a candle for the burned bushes. Imasock, it looks like it's about to check the coast item, or maybe not.
Gonna pop into this shop here first. Ooh, not too bad in terms of potion prices.
Yep.
Oh,
And it looks
vanilla
like there's a heart
container.
container on the coast. Definitely didn't expect that.
Yeah, you don't see that too often.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
mean,
something. Sorry.
being a vanilla runner, I never see a heart there, so. Oh, and we have a Woody sighting over in the Armo statue to the east.
Perfect. 5 minutes in, good find.
Oh, and unfortunately taking a little boop from the Octorok. That's gonna send Imasock back on west.
Ooh, Toaster finds the book as our white sword item.
But unfortunately, with 3 hearts, Toaster should have known better than to try to pick that up. He's going to need somewhere between 4 and 6, so we'll have to come back a little bit later.
Oh, maybe right now.
Yeah.
So that
1 in 3 chance.
So that book, for anyone who is unfamiliar with these flags, will let you understand the old men. All the old men are just gonna say "K" until you pick up that book, and then they'll give out hints and whatnot.
Yep, exactly. And it definitely is interesting when you have a book that you find relatively early in a seed because it puts the hints in play and definitely changes the way you budget money because those hints we found in other games can really make a large difference in terms of how long it takes you to find key items if the hints are really good ones.
Looks like Imasock has found level 2, and there's an early Triforce in there, but he's gonna continue and dig out that item.
Heck, I'm not a fan of these crunchy gels that need 2 hits each. Those are just the worst.
And to answer a question in chat from Max Plus Pi, yeah. August 40th is tomorrow, so happy holiday if you're celebrating.
So the enemy set in level 2 doesn't seem to be too terrible, but definitely with all these bunnies and Gibdos and pancakes, there are a lot of enemies that take a lot of stabs with the wood sword to go down. So it's definitely going to take Imasock a while to get through all of them. Meanwhile, Toaster found his wood sword and is also in health trouble, but is able to make it through and get a pack of bombs. That'll definitely be useful checking the northeast, which I have a feeling he's going to head up to shortly.
Yep, but looking back into level 2, it looks like those gels I think are at, yep, 2 hit points, so not the easiest enemies in level 2 here.
Yeah.
And it looks like
Oh,
Toaster's right behind him, and I guess it's a vanilla level 2 location.
so let me get this straight. It's vanilla level 2, but it's level 7. It just looks the same color as randomized
Oh,
level
I
2.
didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Well, I guess the palette is slightly different, but it's a very similar shade of blue. Anyway, it looks like Toaster is getting at the Rick 6 and is going to be headed... Oh, no, he's going back in. Interesting.
Imasock's taking down these slow land molas here. Still nothing out of level 2. Luckily, these Vires aren't too bad going down in a couple hits.
Looking at his minimap, he's covered a good chunk of level 2. I would say maybe about 2/3 of it. But we'll see if he's able to find any item of note. He's already found the Triforce piece, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, he passed on that in lieu of searching for that item.
Well, he'll probably pick it up soon enough. Looks like Toaster's heading down to the coast himself, and we'll see a very vanilla heart container in the ladder spot.
Wonder if Imasock has taken down that dig dogger.
Yeah, they won't have to worry about being recorder blocked since the Armos item was the recorder. It's going to be interesting doing this dance around the Zols and the Gels to avoid getting Y-forced.
Yeah, it's also really interesting. We missed it at the start of the stream, but looks like level 9 is under Recorder Lake. So that recorder is 100% required.
Alright, well, the search for the level 2 item is still coming up empty, so Imasock is going to just take the triangle, it looks like, and go... Oh no, he's going back in! I mean, it's a smart play, I think, to go back to level 2 since it's a relatively small dungeon.
But not as good as this level 1 on Toaster's side. There's 2 items in this level. Down on the southern coast.
Yeah, so as Toaster goes through level 1, he's gonna... Oh no, death on Imasock's side. Yeah, I don't know how much longer he's gonna spend digging the item since he's been taking a long time here. Meanwhile, in level 1, Toaster's going to be looking for 2 different items, one of which is going to be a floor item, kind of like in level 2. The other will be in a stairway like most of the other levels.
Yep, I believe in level 1 it's a diamond staircase. Toaster has to nope out of that. He is key blocked. Is that just one room left on Imasock's side? Is he key blocked too? I missed that. Oh, thank you, chat. It looks like he picked up the power bracelet.
We'll have to see later if the power bracelet comes into play or not. Thank you for pointing that out, chat.
Ooh, Imasock finds a hint shop very close to the start screen, but he's gonna opt to jump into level 4 here.
With a hint store that close to the start, I imagine it's very late. Oh, level 9 actually isn't under Recorder Lake. It looks like it's on the start screen. Under a burn bush.
I got my overworld map mixed up there.
Yep, but we'll get to see what's under Recorder Lake right now, which is just a low secret.
It's very convenient to have level 9 right on the start screen there. might lead these runners, though, if after 5 Triforces they still need a few Go Mode items, they might opt to jump into a 6th or 7th dungeon, depending on what items they've found. Just because, it's so easy to get into level 9. Toaster jumping into level 2 now. Nope, he is not.
No, he's trying to do a pirouette trick to open up that bomb hole to the north, I think.
Oh, good call.
The other thing picks up the book most likely is to do some save and retry strats in order to get the hints from that store for free. Oh, a nice 10 count
Nice.
there.
Yep. Keeping track of those, that death counter is very important.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you kill 10 enemies consecutively and use a bomb to kill the 10th enemy, you're guaranteed, with a couple of exceptions, to always get a bomb drop. And that's a strat that some of the more advanced players definitely use to their advantage frequently.
I believe the only exception is if that enemy doesn't drop anything normally, such as keys.
Yeah,
So
there's also one with the 16 fairy thing, but, this is probably a little bit too much detail for a randomizer race. But it looks like Toaster did pick up his croissant, or a power bracelet, and will be now looking the rest of the way for the Triforce. He's searching the northern part of level 2. I believe it was in the lower part.
Correct, but that's a very nice clock drop on that screen with all those beefy enemies there.
Absolutely.
It's 9 hits with that wood sword to kill those Pole's voice. Still no book, so that hint is not helpful.
Meanwhile, we see Imasock checking the northeast corner, and unfortunately just running into a door repair. And finding one of those expensive bomb stores, but, in the early game when bombs are a little bit harder to find, that can sometimes be a really valuable purchase.
Oh, I guess that wasn't a hint in the top of level 2, it was the bait block. Thank you, chat. So no bait required this seed.
That's always good to know. It helps you be able to budget your money more carefully.
So that's the first power bracelet spot I've seen, and has nothing of value in there.
Yeah, Chad is also pointing out that the any roads, which are more in the northern part of Hyrule this seed, are pretty far away from the dungeons, which tend to be grouping towards the southern part of Hyrule. So having the recorder might be the better way to travel to those later in the game.
Imasock picking up his 5th heart. 50-50 chance now for that book.
And I think Imasock is going to be the first of the runners to check out the waterfall in Vanilla Level 5 area. Meanwhile, Toaster isn't taking any chances at all with that Dig Dogger. Ooh, crunchy Dig Dogger too. Ooh, he's gonna have to be careful.
Looking into that doorway.
Ouch.
Throwing everything he's got at him. Bombs, candle. Very, very good strats here. Taking one down, exiting, and now they're all gone. So
And is rewarded with a map.
Imasock has maxed out his wallet. He might be in play for a couple purchases, hopefully some hints.
Oh, and getting a clutch clock on the top of the waterfall to avoid getting Lionel to death. Ouch. Yeah, with being at full money, it's probably a wise purchase to spend it on potion there. I mean, after all, money doesn't really do you much good unless you spend it. And yeah, I pointed out in chat that Coke is a much better deal than Pepsi today. Only a couple rupees difference, so you might as well get the savings and buy in bulk. Meanwhile, I suspect Imasock might be heading back to look for the book and check a couple more caves on the way, and is finding level 6.
And an immediate staircase. Is this the transport or an item? Just the transport.
Well, on level 6, that's a very linear level. The transport staircase can often be useful to skipping over parts of it.
Looks like Toaster's getting his count up, looking for some bombs. Checking the power bracelet spot. There's an arrow shop. Yep, I think he's gonna... Nope, he's not jumping in there.
And Imasock's finding out the hard way there are super keys in this seed as well as super gels, so definitely a lot of the smaller enemies have rolled up in terms of their HP. But on the bright side, Stalfos go down in one hit, so at least they're a little squishy. I like what Toaster is doing in checking the power bracelet spots and prioritizing those, because if you get an early power bracelet that your opponent doesn't, that can definitely give you an advantage if, for example, another level is hidden behind the power bracelet spot or something like that.
Yep, you usually want to play the items that you get if they open up new spots.
So far, it doesn't look like the power bracelet is opened up too much, but you never know. It might be one of the bracelet spots in the grave or something that turns out to hold a secret. So
Yeah,
now Toaster's going back to level 1. Good play.
Yep, I believe, though, that we've checked the other 3 spots, and the last one is over at the graveyard. So far it's 3 for 0.
Meanwhile, Imasock in level 6 found the silver arrows. Wow, that is a little bit of a risk to go into level 6, one of the larger levels, but definitely paid off for him.
Absolutely. Hopefully Toaster makes the same decision if he comes across it.
Yeah, that's actually really huge, because 6 is definitely one of those levels there, unless you feel like you're behind, you'll often skip or have another reason to dig. So yeah, that could really make the difference later. We'll have to see.
And Imasock up to 6 hearts, guaranteed that book. Not sure if he's found it yet. Nah, it's right here on the Candle Row. So now we can read the hints.
Yep, we don't know whether it was 5 or 6 heart containers, so Toaster may still not have enough to pick it up. But on the bright side, Imasock now knows he placed second in a beauty contest.
I'm guessing Toaster won't go back to check that until he has at least 6 hearts. There's, it can really take a lot of time out of your way. If you go all the way with 5 hearts and it turns out you need that 6th one.
By the way, August, did you know that the old man has a book by the lake?
I'm pretty sure I've seen that before.
Yeah, that hint was pretty old news. Ha.
That's what the game tends to do to you.
And unfortunately, with that short of a door repair message, there won't be much hope up Aing out of it to avoid the penalty.
There's the 6th heart for Toaster. We don't know if that's the regular dungeon heart or we do know. Never mind, because the coast heart is on the coast.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh,
of course that wall master drops a clock.
of course the Wall Master drops the clock.
Lucky for Toaster, all these dark nuts are trapped behind that moat.
Well, except for one, he's gonna have to be careful of that lone blue dark nut.
He's,
Oh,
he's handling it very well. Very nicely. There we go. Now just stand at the bottom and stab, stab, stab. Imasock is gonna find level 1 here.
oh, and the fairy to get his beams back is really nice for Toaster. Unfortunately, he's not going to be rewarded with what he was looking for. Or anything he can actually pick up without a ladder, for that matter. Meanwhile, it looks like Imasock is back in level 1, so they're both going to be looking for those 2 items. Unfortunately, Imasock taking a death. We'll have to start over from the top.
You know, not the nicest enemies in this level 1.
No, the ropes and the wall masters are too bad, except it looks like the ropes also rolled high and are crunchy.
And there's Lord Banana on the floor of level 1.
All hail Lord Banana.
If you so choose.
That is true. We don't take any sides about whether you hail or not here. But we do know we have many Lord Banana worshippers in chat, so... looks like Toaster found the diamond staircase and will be getting the second item from level 1, which is the Any key.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice find.
Unfortunately, it looks like Imasock left level 1 without finding the Any key. I don't know if it was because he was key blocked, ironically enough.
Yeah, and I believe there's a key door on that choke point up at the top. The room Toaster's in now, actually.
I guess you gotta spend keys to get keys.
So armed with that Any key, that opens a whole lot for Toaster right now. Just, let's hope he finds level 6 soon. He is headed that way. Looks like he's gonna head up to the Lost Hills, check around there, vanilla level 5. Hopefully he then heads down that river and checks the, the spot where level 6 is at. So I don't think there's too much over here on the northeast, unfortunately. He's gonna check this power bracelet spot.
Yeah, it looks like both the runners are pretty much searching where the other's been before. We still have no sign of the bow or the ladder, so those are still in play. Imasock looks like he's going to come across level 7 pretty shortly.
Toaster find those expensive bombs, but at 0, we can't blame him.
Imasock found the transport staircase in level 7, but this is going to be a really large level to dig. 7 is one of those levels where you don't commonly dig it for a Triforce. It's going to be seeing if he could bomb left just like Toaster did, but now it seems to be giving up on that.
Toaster finding another Take Any up to 7 hearts.
Yeah, Toaster's gonna need to go back to the lake at some point to pick up his book. He now definitely has enough heart containers for it. But even if it's in the middle of the screen, it can sometimes be hard to route, especially if you've already checked Candle Row south of the lake.
Oh, that's not good. Large secret right at the, just shy of 200 rupees.
I see Imasock debating whether or not to buy a key or not. Little does he know that a key or two invested in level 1 really would be a huge payoff, but he's going to be checking Recorder Lake instead. Yeah, it's a smart idea to check.
I think afterwards it'd be a good play to go down to the hint shop one right of level 4. That would be my play in his shoes.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely agree. Those hints can be hugely powerful. I would definitely save ahead of time so that you can do the retry trick. For those of you in chat who don't know how that works, if you save your game before purchasing the hints, view all of them, and then up A and retry, you can effectively get back to the same state you were with all of your money, just now with the knowledge. I don't know if Imasock did save though, so...
I believe he did. So here we go. Aqua Menace, thank you.
Yep, that's old news.
It's not old news for Imasock.
Oh, ladder in level 3.
And we have yet to find level 3, so I'm guessing that's going to be up on Death Mountain. And Toaster right behind him. He's going to opt, I think, to jump into level 4 before he buys those hints. And there you go, Imasock making that play up in A and back up to 175. Oh, there's a bomb upgrade. And an immediate ladder block in a Chevy room.
Yeah, level 4 is one of those levels that you can get ladder blocked in quite easily, especially because of the Chevy and T-room and other ladder rooms in vanilla.
But that was a great bomb upgrade for Toaster. Even, cost him a little bit of money, but he got 6 additional bombs. And I am really surprised he's not making a play for those. Oh, he doesn't have the book yet, so that's where he's headed, making that beeline.
Well, except I thought the book was on the south part of the lake, not in Westlake.
It is. I'm not sure where he's going.
Okay, well, not quite a beeline, maybe a little squiggly line of some sort, but looks like he's heading over in that general direction anyway. Meanwhile, Imasock is up in Death Mountain, is going to probably be on the hunt for level 3 if I were him.
Yep, I think at this point he's narrowed it down to either Death Mountain or a raft spot. Toaster grabbing his book, and he's gonna up an A, save, and head and grab those hints. And then he's gonna be on the hunt for level 3.
Yep, and definitely making the smart play to save so that he can save that money. Other than the hint for the ladder, he's probably not going to be too thrilled about what knowledge he's learned, but the ladder hint can definitely be very powerful. It'll be interesting to see if he goes up to Death Mountain as well.
And in response to the chat, I'm not sure that we will see a blue ring purchase from either of these runners. It's a lot of money. At this point, they've gotten a bunch of, secrets. So it might not be worth it at this point. But that hint is definitely worth it.
Yep. Well, to answer 7-8 times question in chat, I know Imasock would definitely go for the blue ring because he already has silver arrows. And unfortunately, I think Imasock got nailed by a Lionel trying to search the eastern Death Mountain area, so he's going to have to walk all the way back up there.
Looks like Toaster is heading into level 8. Got 2 items in here.
And we have a level 5 spotting on Imasock's side.
Oh, and Toaster getting grabbed by that wall master. Yuck.
Ooh, that's never fun. Imasock is going to have a difficult block clip to try to get in with that Goma there. Almost
Down
had
to
it, but
half a
then got...
heart.
Ouch. Well, he can try again. I definitely give him props for trying there. Probably with 3 hearts, it'll be a little bit easier.
Those bubbles are not making this room easy on Toaster's side. Bubbles, wall masters, blue dark nuts, just an ugly room.
Imasock did get the clip with the Goma. That was really well done. Unfortunately, it's just the transport staircase. On the bright side is the next time he finds another new stairway, he'll know he has the item in 5.
But Toaster changing up the strats, using those bubbles very nicely to get through that corridor staircase. Or the spiral, sorry.
Now, it'd be interesting to see if the bow is in level 8, because then we would have both of the runners with one piece of the puzzle, but not both, so... But yeah, in the meantime, Toaster's going to have to be careful of those wall masters again. And speaking of being careful, Imasock taking another death in level 5. This is not the easiest combat seed.
Yep. Luckily in this room for Toaster, he's got a little more space to work around. And he's gonna exit that room and re-enter and try to reshuffle those enemies. And yep, looks like that rope shuffled low. Those bubbles not making it easy at all.
Whoa, careful. I was about to say, careful with those wall masters, Imasock, but I think I was a little bit too late. Or is that a commentator's curse? I'm not sure.
And unfortunately for Toaster, the blue dark nuts are the first priority enemy, so he's got to take this down. I think that was 7 hits for the blue dark nut. Almost not making the Dodongo fights easy.
Yep.
Taking him down like a champ.
Meanwhile, I'm just looking at the right half of the screen admiring Imasock's handiwork. Haha. Yeah, the chat is definitely getting into those Wallmaster puns, so I've yeah, they've been really grabbing my attention. So Imasock is going to check the lower part of level 5 here, and is able to find the compass. That's definitely helpful, particularly with all the Dark Nuts and Wall Masters here. But still no sign of the item staircase, I believe.
Yep, out of level 5 or level 8.
Well, let's just also hope that there aren't Wall Masters in the level 5 item room. Otherwise, he might have to take the item at a 5-finger discount.
It could be Goma blocks, so it might be an 8-finger discount.
Well, you just saw the Triforce. It looks like it's just sitting on the floor for the taking. And take it he will.
Got another Dig Dogger on Toaster's side. Gonna have to double bomb it. Nice. Textbook. And we got a diamond staircase here in 8.
Ooh, and with the red ring. Nice find.
There you go, knocking down a purchase on Toaster's side.
Yep. Not that Toaster probably needs it, but he will definitely not turn it down.
Yep. Effectively quadruples the heart count on his side.
Yep.
It looked like there on Toaster's side, it looked like the raft was just, hanging out on the floor, but must have been some kind of graphical glitch.
Whoa, and
Oh.
did I call that bow being an 8?
Alright, so quick, what are tonight's lotto numbers?
I don't know. Well, at any rate, I think we have enough knowledge about what's where to do a quick item recap around the 40-minute mark. So in level 1 had the Any Key and Lord Banana.
Ooh.
Level 2 had the Power Bracelet. Level 3 we know via hint is the ladder. Level 6 has the Silver Arrows. Oh, hold on a sec. We have more hints coming through. Looks like... Oh, we knew that already.
Oh, sail. Yep, that's it. And Toaster actually just found the hint for that in level 8.
Oh, and Guria grumbles with the raft. So level 7 has that raft for the sailing. Ooh, this is
wow,
gonna
that's
get interesting.
great information for Imasock. I think Toaster, though, does know, because he's checked all the other lake spots, so that hint in level 8 was Manhandla threatens by a lake. So I think Toaster also knows that he needs that raft, but he doesn't know where that raft is. So I'm gonna say that Imasock just took a huge leap forward.
Yeah, this is a real example where having that book and getting the knowledge from those hints can be incredibly powerful. So anyway, continuing on with the item recap, we know Silver Arrows are in level 6. The bow and the red ring are in level 8. The white sword item was that knowledgeful book. The ladder coast item was the heart container, and the recorder was the Armos item. We also know now that level 7 has the raft.
So it's just, what, level 5 that we haven't dug out?
And I think level 4 we don't know either, as well as, obviously,
yep.
level 9.
Oh, Toaster making a good call, jumping into level 6 here. He'll find his silvers.
Yeah, should Imasock take another death in Death Mountain right at that same spectacle rock screen? Ouch. Yeah, those Lionels can be deadly.
Oh, I think Toaster just kicked it into 5th gear here. 40 minutes in and you have a bow, no silvers. And you know that the ladder is raft blocked. Yuck. Although, I guess you might not need the raft at this point.
Yeah, you might actually not need the raft and the ladder, but for all we know, Princess Zelda is going to be in a Chevy room and you'll be required to beat the game. You never really know.
Yep, that's a gamble that I'm gonna guess Toaster's gonna take. He'll find these silvers and that'll be a huge load off his back.
So Toaster is still looking through level 6. I don't remember exactly where in level 6 the silvers were, but I imagine after all he's been investing in it, he's probably not going to want to go away empty-handed.
Yep, I believe it was on the top, towards the right.
Or maybe
right
it's
here.
right there.
Boom. Now, Toaster just needs 2 more Triforces, and I'm sure he'll jump into level 9 in just a few minutes.
Yeah, so at this point, I think Toaster definitely has the advantage with both the bow and silver arrows, as well as being one Triforce piece ahead of Imasock. But it's still very early in this game. We don't know what will happen, so I look forward to seeing what happens in the latter half of the game.
Another
Meanwhile,
heart.
Imasock's going back into level 1 this time with the key. He'll definitely be very pleased if he's able to make it to the bottom part of the level. Hopefully that one key will be enough to let him pick up that any key. Dig Dogger gazes on Death Mountain, that's old news.
Toaster getting the Gleeok Works and the Dead Woods hint. Just a few more rooms for Toaster, and he'll grab his Triforce.
Meanwhile, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Imasock is still on Green Tunic without a ring. So that could also come into play as well.
Yeah, with that red ring and silver arrows, Toaster is just, you know, jumping through this, taking enemies out left and right.
Yeah, I don't blame him for turning up the gas here.
And another useless hint.
And another Wallmaster pun in chat. Very nice, folks. Keep up the good handiwork. So
and there we go.
That's going to be Toaster's 4th Triforce.
So which level is he going to jump into for that number 5?
I don't know, he's pretty close to level 5.
Just a note for our tracker, that was the level 6 Triforce that Toaster just got. And Toaster up to 9 hearts, 1 heart away from making the play on Magical Sword.
And all hail on Imasock's side.
And it wouldn't be a bad call for Toaster, considering we still haven't found the wand or the white sword. But could the seed really be that nice, leaving us a 10 heart magical sword?
Ouch, Imasock was dealing with those blue dark nuts in the moat room, and unfortunately had the one dark nut that wasn't in that moat circle. Give him a stab. That's never fun, but this might actually be a blessing in disguise for him, because I believe the any key was in the southern part of the level, so he might try to go for that first, as opposed to dealing with those blue dark nuts.
Yeah, I believe the any key was on the bottom left.
Yeah. Actually, down to half a heart, he might just take the Triforce, fill up on health. Yeah, that looks to be exactly what he's doing. Wise play.
Very good call. Grab those beam swords. I think Toaster is about to find level 5 and those hints.
Yeah, I think what Toaster was looking for was another level for his 5th Triforce piece, because level 4 is ladder blocked. We know level 3 is going to be on a raft spot.
Taking down that blue Goma without an issue.
Yeah, as a corollary of needing 5 Triforce pieces to get into level 9, you have to remember that means you can only not get Triforce pieces from 3 levels. So if there's exactly 3 that you really don't want to dig the piece out of or can't for whatever reason, that pretty much limits where you have to dig them from. Meanwhile, Imasock picked up the ending key, so his key troubles will have melted away.
But at 0 bombs, that's no fun.
No, indeed.
I'm not sure if Imasock found that bomb upgrade in level 4.
I don't believe he did. No.
Toaster working up his count, saving that last bomb, and of course the last enemy drops the clock.
Last enemy drops the clock.
So here's an interesting note. Those gels that spawn all by themselves are 1 hit point, but the ones that split off from the Zols are 2. Interesting mechanic. Oh, there Dick Dogger gazes with the wand. So not a bad pickup if Toaster can find it here.
Yep, he in fact just did find it.
He just has to watch out for those flames, but with the red candle that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, as annoying those flames are, it's still really, the knowledge is so valuable that they really want to pick it up anyway. Looks like Imasock is back in level 7 now. This is definitely going to be an interesting play. I mean, I can't blame him knowing that the path to the ladder goes through here. Yet at the same time, unless the ladder is actually going to be required in level 9 somehow, it may not be the best, it may not work out for him. Especially given how large a level 7 is. Ouch, and taking a death, trying to get through. It's not easy.
Toaster, on the other hand, having no problem with all these blue dark nuts and BMOS because of that blue ring. Or the red ring. And all the keys now that he's got the NE key.
And then that's the last Tringle for Toaster. I wouldn't be surprised to see him just either up A or go back to the lower left and go right into level 9 now that he's eligible.
Yep. Just gonna whistle here to save all those hearts.
Ah, that's a smart move.
Imasock into level 7, gonna make that play for the raft. Still anybody's game is level 9, of course, we commonly refer to as the Great Equalizer. Because with all these key doors, bomb spots, hunting Ganon down, searching for the princess, it's still anybody's game.
Yeah, I think what would really make 9 a very great equalizer in this case is if there was some either ladder block or difficult, some water in Ganon's room that made it harder to kill Ganon without a ladder. Because I think that's going to be the major advantage Imasock is going to have now that he's picking up his raft. So at this point, oh, Imasock's going to take a death, but you know, in a lot of ways, this could be a good death for him, because if I were him, instead of digging the Triforce out of level 7, which is such a large level, might want to go back and try to get the Triforce pieces from 3 and 4, since those are smaller levels. But seems like Imasock is pretty invested in 7 to pick up the triangle. I don't know if he's spotted it before and that's why he's going back.
Well, he can't jump into level 4 because of the ladder block.
Well, if he goes to level 3... Oh, I see. It's lying right there. That's true, but presumably he's going to be going to level 3 to get the ladder and then can go back to 4.
Well, with this Triforce out of 7, that brings him up to 4 Triforces, so if he can grab both the ladder and the Triforce out of 3, he might make a gamble for the bow being in level 9. Of course, we know it's deep into level 8.
Yep. Meanwhile, Toaster is finding the scrap metal in level 9 and is taking all of the transport staircases around. Still no pig eye here, at least that I've noticed.
Yep, I've yet to hear the squealing pig as well.
Running into a Chevy room there. Alright, so is level 3 on the eastern raft spot or the lake raft spot? Let's find out. Nope, not on the east, so he's probably going to check Vanilla 4 now. Oh, that's right. Pointing out in chat, we had a level 3 is on a lake or by a lake hint, so that's why it's definitely in Vanilla level 4 spot.
Correct. That was in level 8, which Toaster found.
Forgot about that part.
Yeah, it was quick into succession after Imasock was checking those second hint shop. And he found the hint that level 7 had the raft and that the ladder is here in level 3. Ooh, thank you, Jade Durg. Paying attention to those shutter doors. It's possible that we found the princess.
Uh-oh, danger noodles on Imasock's side. Ow, danger, danger. Nice double block clip in order to get into the staircase there on Toaster's side, but Imasock is going to have to go back and hopefully either avoid or take down those blue danger noodles. I really like that new name for them. Okay, round 2, fight. Oh, nice job. Imasock block clipping into that reverse C in order to be able to just swing a sword at those danger noodles as they go by. Nice play. I like this. And is rewarded with the key that he doesn't need. Oh, shoot. Meanwhile, Toaster still seems to be going through level 9. As far as I can tell, hasn't heard Ganon yet. Imasock finding a really well-priced bomb upgrade, so now both he and Toaster are going to be at 14 bombs. Oh, I think I hear a pig on Toaster's side. And indeed, there's Ganon. Or, here's Ganon.
And we got Piggy.
Now this is going to be tricky in an NSU room. We'll see Toaster's able to take care of this. It definitely does limit his ability to dodge. Yeah, his best chance for stunlock, I think, is to hit him in the bottom part of the S, then go back to the N and try to stab left. But that's going to be tricksy. It is not an easy room to fight Ganon in without the ladder, and even with the ladder, it's a little tricky. Oh, taking another hug. Oh, had a stunlock, but lost it there, unfortunately. Now he has the red ring, which makes only each Hyrule driver only take away a single heart, but he's going to have to be careful. He's down to a single heart. Will he be able to get his last stab before he runs out of health? It's going to be close, folks. Oh, and a clutch last stab getting Ganon in the lower left-hand corner. Wow, what a Ganon kill. That was really close there. If he hadn't had that red ring, he would have been a goner, I'm pretty sure.
Definitely. That was just an amazing fight on Toaster's side.
Oh, but might be soft locked in a Chevy room now. Well, he can still wait for the bunnies to come into range.
Looks like he's gonna do just that.
Yeah, Imasock is still in level 3 trying to find both the Tringle and the ladder. I think really his only shot at this point is going to be if Zelda is going to be ladder blocked.
That does look like it's the case.
But you never know until the dot gun is entered, so...
Yep. Always possible Zelda's in a moat room or Chevy room. Or the moat and Chevy rooms blocking a magical staircase to Princess Zelda.
Oh, Imasock taking a death to that Gleeok. That's really unfortunate.
Hey, Patra, how you doing? You just stay up there. Toaster's gonna mosey on around.
Yeah, unfortunately level 3 is not going quick for Imasock. He's now going to check the... Oh, and there's Zelda. Never mind. Get your GGs out of the chat.
Great race. Really fun. Is Imasock grabbing the ladder.
Yeah, it looks like the official SRL time for Toaster was 1 hour, 1 minute, and 33 seconds. So GG, ladder was most definitely not required.
Let's see if we can't get AmazingToaster to jump in here for a post-race interview.
Yeah, it looks like unfortunately Imasock has decided to forfeit from the race. Give him a GG as well. He played really well. Just unfortunately didn't make the right decisions as far as what levels to dig.
Yep, kind of unfortunate, but that's the way some of these seeds go.
Yeah.
Hey, good game, racers. What'd you think of that seed?
That was a rough one. Yeah, that was pretty gross. was it 4 dungeons, I think, had key blocks in the first 1 or 2 rooms that you couldn't get into.
Yeah, and luckily I made the choice to go into one and use my keys there and found the any key.
Yeah, I didn't get that till about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes or something like that. It was rough. I didn't have keys for a really long time. I just kept searching and searching for stuff and just couldn't find it.
Yeah, I pulled a couple keys out of 2 and then went to work with them.
Yep, and Imasock, you're probably wondering where that bow is, and it's deep in the level 8 somewhere.
I figured it was either in 8 or 9. Just, I don't know, I had a feeling about it, but I really couldn't go very far into 4 or some other places because of the ladder and stuff, so.
Yeah, 4
Yeah.
4 was ladder blocked apart from the bomb upgrade. And then 3 was going to be raft block, and that raft was either the second item in 9 or it was in 7.
It was in
Yeah.
7. I dug it out of 7. It wasn't too bad, but I just kept dying because it was a Wizrobe dungeon and some other stuff. And then I just picked up the ladder right before you got done.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting there. Toaster found the hint where, what was it, Manhandle threatens by a lake. And at
Yeah.
that point, I think he marked off everything except that raft spot. And
Oh, I
almost-
had the spot up by the forgotten spot. I had that one still left, but that was the last, or that was with Take Any. I think
Yeah.
I still had one Take Any out there too.
And it was almost at the exact same time that Imasock found that second hint shop and found that the raft was in level 7 and that you needed to sail across the ocean to get the ladder. So it was pretty exciting at that point, but the seed went how it went. But it was a great race, real fun watching both you guys. Good game.
Ganon in an NSU without a ladder is a fun time.
Oh yeah, that was an awesome fight.
Yeah, it really came down to the last heart, quite literally.
Yeah, it was
done,
that.
Toaster.
Yeah, I think I was at half a heart when I picked up the Triforce after killing him.
I think it was technically a full heart, but with the red ring, you never really know exactly what fraction you're at. But it was definitely close, and I think if you didn't have that red ring, things would have turned out very differently.
Yeah, that fight was going to be terrible without a red ring. Thankfully, that was in 8 with the bow, and they were like a room apart.
Yeah, and I was saying towards the latter half while you were in level 9, Toaster, is that if the ladder had been required because Zelda was in a circular moat room, for example, I think things would have been really close because Imasock, by the time you had found her, was already getting his ladder. So unfortunately, it's just one of those things where, what you folks picked up and what was required just happened to go Toaster's way this seed. So, but you both played really well, and just want to give my congratulations and GGs to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do either of you have any last thoughts about the seed or the bracket rounds, perhaps?
Glad I made it. I had some rough races in, rounds 2 and 3, so I had to win out.
Yeah, Randomizer can definitely be fickle. I'm really nervous going into my 2-2 race tomorrow, so I definitely empathize with both of you.
It's sure to be an exciting race tomorrow, but
Yeah.
we have plenty of more races going on tonight.
Oh, we do? Why don't you tell us about those races?
Give me just a sec, I'll pull up the schedule.
Meanwhile, just want to, in addition to thanking Toaster and Imasock for both putting on a great show, want to give a shout out to OPT Lawyer, who is restreaming behind the scenes, as well as Lori D. Bunningkins, who is doing tracking. Thank you both to both